Well, hi everybody. As you can see, I'm out in the Peak District on a rainy Saturday afternoon. Come out to Edale, made our way up onto the edge of Kinder, and now we're at Jaggers Clough. And in a stark contrast to what it was the last time I was here a couple of weeks ago, you can see now it's quite damp, and the clough is flowing quite nicely. So why am I here? I'm out on a Wildcamp. Yes. I'm here with Michael. There he is. Just collecting some water. And we're not far from where we intend to Wildcamp now. Just around the corner really, but okay. So we're just stopping to harvest some water, and then we'll make our way around to an old quarry, which has been used before by some notorious YouTube personalities. So, welcome to the Peak District, welcome to this video. Stick around, it's going to be an interesting one, because as you can see, the weather is quite damp. Well, welcome back. Oh man, why do we leave the pub? I'm filming. Yeah, why do we leave the pub? Because it was lovely when we were in the pub. It wasn't raining, the wind wasn't blowing, and now it's absolutely hoying it down. The wind's howling. But this is why we do it. Oh, that was getting the tent up was a bit of a chore. I mean, I've got a pulley on my finger. I cut my finger badly yesterday, and I'm having to keep it covered up because it's like a slice into the finger. It's like a horizontal slice into the finger rather than being a vertical slice, if that makes any sense. So I've got a flap of skin, probably about 1/4 of an inch wide at the widest part, and it's still bleeding quite heavily, so I've had to get the tent up pretty sharpish and get inside. So tonight I'm in the Helm 1 again. I wish I'd have bought the Panacea. At least I'd have had a bit more room available. I'm damp from all the sweating, and my bottom half now is wet through from the rain. So I need to get on and get my admin sorted out in here. Get my rucksack emptied and put in the back there. And then probably get a brew on. Yeah, I've got quite a good tea to have tonight. I've got katsu chicken curry with rice in a homemade boil in the bag, which you'll see in a bit. I've got a couple of cans of Vocation, chocolate stout. My nip jar's full of rum, and I've got some hot chocolate, I've got some tea, various bits and bobs. So, bit of a waste of time bringing a chair. Oh, I might be able to use it in the morning, but at the minute it's absolutely soaking outside. It's wet through. I just thought I'd fill you in with that. Okay, so I'll bring you back when I'm settled in a bit. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye. Right. So we're a little bit tired here. The rucksack's now in the rear. I've blown the mat up. I'm not putting the sleeping bag out yet. Not yet, no way. I brought me down sleeping what is it? I brought the Aegis Max Nano 2 sleeping bag because I didn't think it would be that cold, and it isn't, to be fair, but I wasn't quite counting on it being quite this damp and wet. My inside of my boots are wet, even though they're supposed to be Gore-Tex. Well, I mean, they are 6 years old now, nearly 7, I think. So I think I'm pushing my luck with the boots. So my socks that I've been walking in are quite wet. Don't want to put my dry ones on yet. I've only bought a spare pair of socks, and they are my sleeping socks. So don't want to be touching them just yet. But I'm conscious of the fact that with my socks being damp and on the mattress, the mattress is getting wet. So there we go. Yeah, there's water everywhere. But the forecast is saying that this should die down by 9 o'clock, which coincides, I think, with last light. So I won't like being a bit damp until bedtime, because there's no way I'm putting my dry kit on yet. Not until it's at least stopped raining. Not got the sleeping bag out yet. Obviously I've put me woolly tip on to keep the bonds warm. I think right about now would be a good time to get a brew on. So let's do that. Once again, I'm using the Lixada 900ml pot with the MSR Wind Pro, but if you look carefully, you will see I've now converted it to the Mark II with the rotatable valve. So when it gets cold, I can actually flip that canister and use it inverted. Right, brew time. Tea up, everybody. It's too hot to drink. Right, so for my evening meal tonight, I've got this. This is a supermarket bought tin of chicken katsu curry with another shop bought pack of microwave rice, banged in one of these mylar bags and sealed up using the £20 sealer off Amazon. And I've got the option of actually cooking it directly in the pot there, or what I might do, save on washing up, I might just cook it in the bag, because that works. Yeah, let's do that. Save washing up, eh? Decided to go with the boil in the bag method. It just about fits. There's a little bit of water in there. Put the lid over the top. Just help keep a little bit of the heat in. Right, so the name of the game now, while I'm waiting for my food to warm up, is actually staying warm myself. As you can see, I've taken off my wind soft shell jacket and I put this on. And at the minute, let's see if you can see it. I've got the soft shell over my legs because my trousers are still. There you go. My trousers and my feet are still wet. Let's just turn this down a touch. Simmer that for a few minutes. Yeah, my bottom half is still quite wet, so I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm trying to keep my feet and my lower legs warm, and maybe dry them out a little bit by using the soft shell jacket. It's not too cold here. It's pretty much the wind that's causing the issues. But yeah, this is why we come out, innit? To test ourselves. I must admit, the walk up from Edale up to the foot of Ringing Roger and onto the ridge, considering how much weight I've got in that bag, or had in that bag, it wasn't too bad at all. First time on with the Exos, and first impressions are carries the load excellent, you know. Keeps the weight distributed to your hips. Shoulder straps are comfy. It's stable. Yeah, it's a good pack. I mean, it ought to be for what I paid for it. So I will be using it again in the future. So as an accompaniment with me curry and rice, I've got a couple of naan breads, and I've also got a couple of cans of chocolate stout. The thing is, I don't want to be drinking too much because I don't want to go outside. And if I drink a lot, it means I'm going to have to go and get rid of it somewhere. So there we go. Just thought I'd do a bit while I'm waiting for my tea to warm up. I'll catch you in a bit. Curry and rice. Well, this is Prince's Katsu chicken curry. Apologies for the camera wobbling around, but it's getting a bit windy and the tripod's getting blown around, but there you go. See if you can see that. Chicken, carrots. I've added the brown rice. The tins of Prince's, which is obviously a premium brand, 2 for £4 at Asda. And obviously with a bag of rice that's about 65p, £2.65 for a meal, and there's probably double the amount of food in here than what you get in a normal boil in the bag. Perfect for greedy boys like me. Right folks, as you can see,
Well, mate.
filming. Right folks, as you can see, I'm in the laid down position. I'm in my sleeping bag. I've had to put my warm gear on and get dry, because I've just been out to the toilet and the wind just sapped the heat out of me. I think it was putting the wet boots back on. I've been out there in damp clothes. The wind chill up here, it's not particularly cold, but it's due to the wind, it's significant. So yeah, I've got me dry stuff on now, and I'm getting warm in the sleeping bag. So I thought, what better time to introduce to you a can of Vocation chocolate stout. Let's go and open it over here, so I don't want it bursting in the tent. That's okay. Ooh. Oh, definitely. That's chocolatey. Wow. Right, I'm going to sit here or lay here and enjoy this for a while. See you later. Evening, everybody. Well, the rain's finally stopped. Stopped about half an hour ago, but the wind continues to blow, and it's quite a bitter wind from the north and northeast. As I said in the previous piece, I've got my dry kit on now, and my bottom half basically consists of some running leggings and my cycling socks that are merino wool. So I've just been outside again for a toilet stop, and the wind just cuts straight through you. I couldn't wait to get back in here. Yeah, I'm glad I've got this down bag now, because it is quite warm. I'm up with this down jacket as well. Yeah, I should be warm tonight. It's not. Well, the air temperature's not down below 10 degrees, I don't think, for the whole of the night time. But I think it's just the wind chill that's going to, knock things down a peg or two. Anyway, before we go any further, good evening, number 2. Cheers, everybody. My, that is a lovely drop of stout. I've left 2 at home, so I've got 2 more to have when I get home. I didn't bring them. I didn't bring any more than 2 out because you just end up carrying lots and lots of weight in fluids. I shall have a brew in a bit, and well, I shall have a hot chocolate in a bit with some rum, because I've got some rum with me. I always like to have a bit of rum on the hill. It's reminiscent of being out on exercise, and evokes a lot of memories for me. There's that. So there, yeah, that's why I bring rum up here and not whiskey. So yeah, it's a bit of a spoiler, to be fair, because myself and Michael, he's in the other tent just over there, we both brought the chairs with us, so we could have sat out if the weather had been good, but we both got soaked on the way here, so I'm afraid it's just residing in the tents. We're close enough that we can have a chat, but I think he's the fresh air's getting to him, and he's dozing. I think I woke him up before I got out of the tent and I said hello, and so I asked him if he was asleep. And then I got a response. So yeah, sorry mate. Well, I wish I could have showed you like some of the views coming up, but it was just horrible, really. The rain set in before we left the pub, and it didn't stop until, well, like I say, about 3/4 of an hour ago now. So hopefully the tent will dry off somewhat. Everything else is just soaked. My waterproofs, they're just chucked in heap down there. Gaiters, my walking trousers, and the soft shell jacket. They're not too bad actually. They're damp, but they're not soaking. I'll put them on in the morning before we set off, and at least that way, once I'm walking, I'll be fine in those. It's just when I'm sat around doing nothing, not burning any calories, that I start getting cold. Okay, so all's well on the hill. Not quite buttoned up for the night, but it won't take much to sort that out. So before I leave you with this short segment, I wish you all well. Have a very good evening. Oh, before I get settled in, there's one more thing I'd like to do. I'd like to give a shout out to Steve Hengist. Let's get myself centre frame. That's it. Steve Hengist, or Hengist Wildcamps. I've been watching quite a few of his videos since I became aware of his channel. I think it was last week or the week before. He's up here in these areas quite a lot. So if you're watching Steve, all the best. Keep up the good work. It's champion. And maybe we'll share a beer on ale someday. Cheers. Right, everybody, it's that time of night where I start to kick back with the hot chocolate, laced with a bit of rum. But before I do, to absent friends, everybody, we've all got them. Absent friends. Cheers. Alright gang, it's time for me to settle down for the evening. I'm actually quite comfortable tonight. It's now that the rain's stopped and the wind's calmed down a little bit. Actually, we keep getting a few gusts every now and again, but yeah, it's settled down a bit, so I shall leave you there. Alright, we'll speak together. Chop that bit out, Andy. We'll speak again in the morning. Okay, but for now, I've got my hot chocolate on the go. I've had a nip of rum. And all is well in the world. I might watch a bit more of The Witcher before I get my head down. But night night, folks. We'll see you in the morning. Morning, everybody. Survived the night? Hang on, I'm filming. I'm filming, mate. Talking to the camera.
You're just going to have a bloody video saying that to me all the fucking way through. I hope you're restarting.
Yeah, well, I'll just cut them bits out. Right, morning. Take two. Survived the night. I must say, one of the best sleeps I've ever had in a tent. In recent years, anyway. Straight through from about 11:15 till 6:10. And yeah, nice and warm. Comfortable as well. No issues with my back. So it's obviously time for a brew. All that for a cup of tea. having a dry pack away, you know, when you're doing this,
Yeah.
and it's not pissing it down, or makes all the difference, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Bearing in mind it takes like definitely early risers. What do you reckon to my ground sheet then?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, right, what did you make that out of?
Skip sheet. You know the army trench system?
No.
Have you never come across it?
No, no.
It's called an IPK.
Ooh. Are you filming?
Yeah.
You're just doing a time lapse on it?
Well, I'll probably chop it down.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Are we going back down the way, same way we came?
We'll not, probably not cross grade ringing Roger and go through all that knee deep stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just crack on across the top till we get to the edge and drop down the back of the edge. It's not so bad coming down as it is going up, obviously. Right, all packed away now. Just spin you around so you can see where we've been. That's where I was. That's where Michael was. Obviously, number one rule of wild camping is to leave no trace. So that's what we're doing. Right. Time to head back to Edale for a breakfast. Hope the cafe's open. Okay, we're on the move, looking back at the campsite. It's going to be a nice day for it. We're on the move. Hello again. Right, we've just come to the track junction where we came up yesterday, up the side of Ringing Roger, and this time we're going to go back across the top of it. So just spin you around so you can see where we've come. So you'll see, hold the camera steady, Andy. This here winds its way down to the bit of a dip between the top of the nab and the foot of Ringing Roger, just in there, just over the brow there. But we're going that way. Look at it, it's lovely. As you can see in the valley there at Hollow Brick Farm, there's the Spoon Festival. A gathering of spoon whittlers. Okay, we'll crack on. What do you say, Mike?
Alright, yeah, let's crack on.
Right, gang, we've arrived at Ringing Roger. It took us 45 minutes from where we camped. Yeah, what can I say? You'll notice that I've took my jacket off because I was getting quite sweaty. But yeah, it's a good point to take in the views from up here, and they are quite spectacular. I'll switch you around. Intrepid Michael.
Alright.
So you got the edge, upper toe, nether toe, sweeping round. You've got Grimslow Clough, Grimslow Knoll, Edale in the valley down there. You got Mamto and the Great Ridge, Loose Hill, Win Hill, Centre Shot, and obviously looking back where we just come. So all that's left now is to descend off here and drop down into Edale for some snap. Okay, we'll see you soon. Right folks, as you can see, we're practically off the hill, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Probably be a bit of footage of us eating breakfast or something, but that's the main bit of video done. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I know it's footage from yesterday was a bit hit and miss because of the weather. We'll see how that turns out. It really was evil when we were pitching camp last night, but it's okay now, obviously. And all that remains to say is, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It means the world to me. For all the regular viewers and regular subscribers, thanks for sticking with me. It means just as much, and hopefully I'll be back out again real soon for either a walk or a wild camp. We'll see. So until then, take care everybody, leave no trace. Cheers. Yeah, in my haste, I forgot to film me having my breakfast, so you got Michael instead. See you later.